Hey guys, don't know how long it's been since I last recorded, don't even remember what the last time I recorded I said. I know it was over there somewhere, but I am redesigning the mob towers. I'm not redesigning anything up there, I'm only redesigning the base. You might have remembered I had a shape that was basically with these squares cut out. Yeah, I didn't. As beginning, be good if I could speak. I was beginning to realise how blocky that was going to turn out. That was going to turn out basically as 4 big pillars. So instead I'm going for 16 big pillars with some design in the middle. I have not worked any of this out in creative mode, and I don't think I'm going to. I'm probably going to import, well, I'm probably going to copy this world and then open it up in MC Edit and copy things out a few times and then try and design some stuff in a creative mode, but I'm not going to get anything set down. I am definitely not going to be planning out everything. I want to kind of free flow this. I don't often free flow things. I usually plan everything out. I'm running quite low on smooth stone, at least at this base. I have a lot more at other bases, which I'm not going back to for smooth stone, considering I'll only be able to carry an inventory plus an ender chest full. I'll probably just go out mining one day, so I've still got quite a lot of cobble, and I've got like 2 double chests over near where the farms are, but my smooth stone supplies are dwindling to say the least, and my coal is really low, so I'm probably going to work in the blaze farm later on. I really don't know how long this episode's been. I think it's been somewhere around 30 minutes the last time I checked, so this is probably going to be the last clip that I record. It's been a while since I got an episode out, and I'm going to, when I finish this episode, I'm going to go straight on and record another one. It'll probably be a straight up full episode in one session I record. I don't often do that, but I do like to do it. I prefer to do that than episodes over weeks. Here's where the cobblestone is. I have not worked down here at all. There's lava everywhere here, and I just can't be bothered with it right now. I will eventually get to this. It's just going to basically be storage. I'm not going to do it as big as I thought. I think I'm probably just going to do it this size. But there's a lot of lava flowing about, and I very rarely harvest this tree farm, despite the fact that I'm running low on wood. And sorry if you can hear my dog walking about, he's outside my room. I haven't started work on the sugarcane farm. I'm going to do that really soon. I'm going to do a design very similar to the one Good used in his main base in season 3 of Minecraft. And yes, I got that frame drop. That wasn't just on the recording. Yeah, I'm going to use the same, very similar design. I'm not going to look up any redstone, and I'm not going to do 3 or 4, however many he done. I'm going to do 1 stacking design. I'm also going to have a cactus farm. I went caving. I'm probably going to, have I got a minecart here? Because if not, I need to make one. I do. I went caving over where I made my ice tray. I haven't shown that in video yet. And I found 2 dungeons. Like, I fell down a ravine, and oh yeah, I've finished this tunnel, by the way. Nearly, I just need to do the roof. I fell down a ravine, and there was 2 spider spawners, 2 spider dungeons, and in there was 2 golden horse armor. Well, not 2 golden horse armor, 2 diamond horse armor. I think 3 iron horse armor. My very first name tag on vanilla. Have I got any ender pearls? Yep. I don't let that change. I mean, I do, but at the same time I don't. I'm used to getting out of minecarts with right click. Yeah, I've noticed this design that you can get stuck in the lily pads. Hopefully what I'm talking about we'll show here. Oh, you can get stuck in the lily pads, and you're just sit there jittering up and down. The only way out is to let go of space, and if you do that, sorry, I'm trying to fix my headphones. If you manage to get out, you retain all the speed you had while falling, so you end up falling, and I need to land in the corners. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a piston door here. I haven't got to that yet. Is my booty in any of these chests? I didn't really get anything good I said I was caving, I wasn't caving, I fell down a hole. Yeah, that was 2 golden horse armor. Actually, no, I had 3 iron horse armor as well. That's still over at the ice tray. The ice tray is just that way somewhere. I haven't set up another portal yet, so I'm not going to go over there. Got a bunch of saddles. I got those, and I didn't get 16 buckets. I had them with me. Well, I had most of them. That's how much TNT I've got right now. Quite a lot. I'm quite happy with that. I also went and enchanted some stuff. Oh, you also might have noticed I have a bow. I named it, and I've also got a silk touch pick named Preservation. I'm going to call this one Fat Loot. I don't know what I'm going to call that. I need a good name for my sword. I'm not going to use this sword. I'm going to use basically the same sword, only without knockback and possibly flame. And that's just a spoon. I don't really think anything has changed around these parts. Got a lot more cows. Oh yeah, I added this path. I'm going to have a path like this. I'm probably not going to use cobble the whole way. And I think I also said this last time, this roof is not staying this way. It is very temporary roof. Unless I grow to like it, which I kind of am. Even though it's a very basic roof. I don't want this place to look too overcomplicated and overdone. It's a mountain village, it's not a glamorous city where everything's going to be using complex building techniques. Oh, I've got some more smooth stone here. Basically, I've probably smelted all that to use on the river. I am going to eventually go back to the river, but it's going to be at least 4 videos before I go back to it. I've got really bored of doing it, and that's why there hasn't been a Minecraft video for a while. That and due to the fact that I've been uploading Saints Row pretty much constant, to the fact where I am with Virgin Media for my internet, and they rolled out a policy where if you use over a certain amount of internets, that's the unit that they measure internet in. Yeah, well, if you use a certain amount of internets during a certain amount of time, they basically throttle you until you stop using your internet for a while. I was uploading 11 Saints Row videos, so you can kind of imagine, considering the fact that my internet was on for like, well, I recorded it on Saturday, I rendered it on Saturday night, and I started uploading on Sunday. It's now Wednesday, and my video's just finished a while ago. You can kind of guess how long my internet's been completely crippled for. So I was planning on recording a lot while I was uploading, but to be honest with you, I'd just been in the mood to sit back, relax, and try and watch some videos. I knew I had something else. Oh yeah, my keyboard sound. You might have noticed that it doesn't sound quite as bad as what it usually does. Like, usually you'd hear quite a lot of this in it. That's me hitting my desk. That's the shot going up the microphone. I moved a cloth underneath the keyboard, so now you should only really be able to hear the clicks unless I do something like that. Sorry if that came out really loud. I'll try and edit that down if it comes out too loud. I'm also going back to my old way of recording audio, where I have it coming in through 2 virtual audio cables, line 1 and line 2. Skype comes in on line 2, as does any other voice program, and my game and everything else comes through line 1. It's not simpler, it's more complicated, and it makes it a bit more difficult to edit, but because I've started playing with John, and sometimes we have a habit of talking about things that we just shouldn't on video, whether it be personal information or whatever. It's for the best if I'm able to edit his voice independently. Once we're done with Saints Row, that might change. I might change back to my old settings. But until then, mind you, we probably aren't too far away from the end of Saints Row. They're not exactly really long games, and whenever we play them, we play bulk. For example, we played the last time for something around 8 hours. Actually, no, it was 6 hours 49 minutes. I remember that because I had to edit the fucking thing. Right, yeah, I'm going to call this video here. My frame rate's dropping. I need to reboot my PC. It's been on for ever since we were playing Saints Row, and it usually was on for over months at a time, but because it rendered 11 videos in one night, I think it's probably time I reboot it again. especially considering it's been uploading the hard drives. The hard drive has not had a break at all since we started playing Saints Row, which is probably not too good. I'm getting a new hard drive pretty soon. I'm going to check the date on my iPod. It's 28th, so it should be... Oh, should be about 2 weeks. I should be able to order it. Maybe a little bit longer. Oh well, I'm going to get a 2TB hard drive and it should allow for 1080p videos. I'm probably going to do it. My voice is giving it right now. Yeah, I'm probably going to do 1080p videos on most games. Minecraft probably won't, because you don't notice the difference in 1080p to 720p really, unless you're using a high-res texture pack, and I'm not going to change texture pack again. I knew I had a reason to get rid of that block. I was thinking about it the other day when I was on the toilet, and I don't know what the reason was. Right, okay. This is how you do some spec up shit in Minecraft. Give me the block. Damn it. Did I get it? Oh no. Oh, I missed the bridge. Right, yeah. I have a habit of doing this and I need to get out of it. I ended the video and then I continued on going. Also, I set myself up for a transition earlier on. I'm going to say this and I'm going to end the video. Where basically I was running down this bridge, I looked up and I threw an ender pearl. And I was supposed to remember next time I start recording, start by landing an ender pearl. And I just completely forgot. I've done that in the past 3 videos. I'm desperate to do it. I will do it next time. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed the enchantments I've got on my bow. I don't know if unbreaking actually works on a bow. I just know I do, because I remember I looked it up while gearing up for Infernal Mines. It's armour it doesn't work on. Right, yeah, I'm rambling again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about those noises. Some people are watching football, or soccer as you Americans like to call it. And I'm assuming something bad just happened. I don't know, I don't watch a lot of football. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out. Hey guys, I just realised the part that you just seen... Oh, pardon me. The part that you just seen is the start of an episode. You might be wondering, why did he do that? I mean, he's usually pretty good at this. He's never made that mistake before. Yeah, well, I just did. When I was going to record Saints Row, I had to delete a bunch of footage off my hard drive. It was mainly armor footage that was recorded a couple of months ago that I'd never got around to editing. I just kind of figured I probably never will get around to editing it. And it turns out I meant to delete an old episode of Infernal Mines, episode, I think it was 18. The one after the called Defeat, one called Not So Fast, I'm sure it was 18. Yeah, it was, because 17 was Defeat. I kept the raw footage of that for quite a while. Sorry, I'm getting 16 FPS. I kept the raw footage of that for quite a while, mainly due to the fact that I was sure I would done goof editing on it. And surprisingly I didn't. The only thing that I'd say could be better is I should have started my voice about half a second late. I just whistled and it does my head in whenever I do that, because I do it rather a lot. But yeah, it turns out when I was trying to delete that footage, I still had that footage today. Well, yesterday. I forget. Whatever day it was. And I had deleted half of an episode. So, yeah, that 12 minutes you just watched, well, the video won't end there. I'm gonna just quickly do a couple of monotonous tasks, because I kinda just want to talk. Not about anything serious, just about things. I don't normally change my render settings down, but for some reason I'm getting bad FPS while recording, like right now. It's not the fact that my hard drive is full, give me a second. Right, hopefully that should be it. Yeah, I rebooted DX and it turns out that with the latest Minecraft, well, not the latest, but ever since they changed the launcher to Minecraft, every time I launch Minecraft it sets up a different profile for recording in DX. God knows why. But basically, my DX was having trouble running due to the fact that it was loading so many profiles. So I deleted all my profiles of Minecraft. I had like 52, I think it was. Yes, I did sit there and count them out. So I need to make sure I do that fairly regularly. I'm going to tweet down a board about that. Not that my voice does anything. Which it does quite a lot to people around me, because I've got, as you can probably tell by listening, I've got a very deep voice, and I'm also very loud. You can tell that in Central. You can't really tell so much in single player, because it's kind of hard to be so excited whenever you're talking to yourself. And not to mention, I don't exactly have comedy gold like Central 4 right in front of me. We've got to say, the point of me recording this, we have only recorded the first batch of Central. We are up to about episode 12, I think it's 12 or 11. The episode where you get the mech suits. If you are not watching Central 4, I'm going to quickly say I highly recommend it. My Central 4, I'm not one of the people to talk about my videos at all. This is coming from words that are not mine. This is people that I know that don't watch any of my other videos. People are saying that my Central 4 videos are comedy gold, and to be honest with you, this is going to sound really big headed, but when I was editing it, I kind of thought the same thing. I am not the type of person, I end up feeling bad whenever I talk about my content like this, because I feel like I'm bigging up my own horn, and I don't like to do that. But my god, it is hilarious. I'm not saying I'm hilarious in it. It is just the combination of me, John, and that ridiculous game. But I do suggest, if you're easily offended, don't watch it, because we make jokes in that. And I'm going to try and edit out any of the really bad ones. And actually, I will edit out any of the really bad ones. But anything that is clearly meant as light-hearted, it is staying in. I don't really see any reason to edit out something that's light-hearted and very clearly a joke. If people want to get offended, then that is their choice. If they want to get offended, then nothing I can do about it. And if they try and talk shit to me about it, well, I have a ban hammer. So, yeah. But I do highly recommend you go watch them. They were very fun to make. It was the most fun I've had playing a video game in a long time. Right, sorry about that. Steam decided that it was a good time to restart. It's self-updating itself again. It's the 6th time it's done this today. But yeah, it's updating itself. And my frame rate has dropped again. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, well, Steam keeps updating and it kicked me out of full screen mode, which I hate. I'm not even going to update it. Oh, right, I need to update it or something. I'm just going to close Steam down. Give me a second. Right, there we go. Some people might say, oh, you should update it, blah blah blah, security. Yeah, I would, but like when I first started getting the frame rate problems, it was Steam causing it. Steam was updating then, and it has been all of about 5 minutes. I'm not updating it twice in 5 minutes. I'll wait. I'll reboot my PC later on, and I'll update it then. I wish it would just automatically update whenever the computer was idle. So my computer's been on all day and it's been idle. We've got to talk about my PC build right now, just for a while. And again, I don't want this to come across as me bragging, because I'm not. I'm talking about what my future upgrades are for it. My PC right now is a fairly tank of a PC. The only thing that is really lagging behind is the CPU. I have an AMD 1090T Thuban edition. Processor overclocked to, I think it's 3.8 gigahertz. It's been a long time since I overclocked it. And I very nearly fried my CPU while doing it. I pushed up to about, it was about 4 point, I don't know, it was 4 points, no it's not 4.6, why am I saying that, it's ridiculous. It was about 4.3 or 4.2, and then basically my PC just, I turned it on, I volted it correctly, I turned it on, and my H80i just, the fans went absolutely ballistic on it. And after I booted up, I found out that my CPU was about, I think it was 75 degrees idle. luckily I didn't try and run a game on it before checking the temperature. But mind you, I'm not an idiot, and I know overclocking is witchcraft. So I kind of panicked and put it back down to, I don't know why I put it down so low, because it was still about 30 idle. Mind you, I'm looking at this, my room's very cold, that's why it was around 30 idle at about 4 gigahertz, but I put it down to 3.8 just to be safe. And I never got around to putting it up again. Not to mention, I didn't really, because I didn't do much of it on 4, I only turned it on Prime 95 it for about 20 minutes. And then realised that it's performing okay and the temperature was okay, that I try to increase the voltage again, or increase the voltage and the clock. And I basically kept doing that, and then once I'd realised how I'd nearly fried my CPU, I put it back down to 3.8, then I ran Prime 95. Anyway, I went on a complete tangent now. I am planning on upgrading my CPU. Now that the Intel i7 Haswell series is coming out, I really want to get one of those, and I was originally looking at the 3930K. Some of you might say, oh, that's overboard, you don't need that. For what I want, yes I do. I want to be able to render and play at the same time. Not crazy games like Skyrim. I want to be able to render and play Minecraft, and I know you can do that in the 3930K. This way I can increase productivity. So while I'm rendering I can play at maybe normal settings. But there's also multiple reasons, like I'm eventually going to get better internet speed so I can live stream at higher definitions. Once I get this, I can live stream at higher definitions with my CPU as well. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I want to upgrade this. My graphics card, it's a 680 EVGA version NVIDIA. It's a superclocked edition, and I also overclocked that. I can't remember the clock speed on it. It was a long upgrade. Overclocked it the day I got it, and I never went back to check the clock speeds or anything. I didn't use Precision X. I can't remember what software I used. I used some software to get the clock, and then that set up my BIOS for me. It's been a long time since I spoke about computers. Me and one of my friends at school, bugger, we usually talk about computers quite a lot because we are just sad nerds like that. Hold forward when I do that, then I'll get up there. Or I won't. I came out the other side. Right, I know how to do this. I need to wait for my have to regenerate though. Completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, my plans with my graphics cards are to SLI my 680, because the 680 is a very quiet card. All you're hearing right now, if you can hear the fan, is my H80. My 680 is completely silent compared to that. So I do fully intend to SLI it, because a 680 SLI wouldn't need an upgrade for a very long time. It's a bit like the 480s, you can still use them and run. Actually, two 480s run better than a 680, so. And that is 2 generations behind. I don't know how they run in comparison to a 780. I know the 780 is better, but I don't know how much better. But I do know the 480s are a lot noisier and a lot hotter. I know they get up to 90 degrees sometimes. I hate this game sometimes, you know that? Because I suck with ender pearls. And I've only got one more left. I hate this game. So yeah, I'm going to SLI my 680 2-way, not 3-way. I was originally planning on doing it 3-way, but I might 3-way it once. Oh, too high. Yep. I might 3-way SLI it once my 2-way SLI doesn't perform quite as well as the top gen card, so maybe by then it'll be the 1080, but I doubt they'll make a card called the NVIDIA 1080. Mind you, 1080 is quite a cool number. Either way, I'm going to SLI. I do intend to eventually get an AverMedia card, but that's once I'm a lot more serious about this YouTube thing. The reason why I was so willing to spend £90 on a microphone but I'm not wanting to spend 100 and something odd quid, increased quid. I just spoke in British lands term. The reason why I'm not wanting to spend that is because, well, the reason why I want to spend that is because the microphone is multifunction. I can use it on Skype, and so even if I do eventually give in this YouTube thing, I'll never need another microphone unless this breaks. But I doubt it will. As mentioned, it's got quite a long warranty on it. So, and I treat this thing really well anyway. I'm very careful with where I move the cables, and nothing falls on it. I keep everything out of the way of it, and I have a shield for it so dust doesn't get inside it. So I will eventually get another media card. I'm going to get a new hard drive, mainly for recording, but again, if I stop doing my YouTube channel for whatever reason, I'm going to say I have no intention to stop, but just in case life might get in the way, I can still use that hard drive for lots of other things, like installing games. I can then use one drive for games, one drive for my OS. What else? I also intend to upgrade my RAM for no big reason other than the fact that, well, by this point, point to upgrade my RAM, because I've currently got a graphics card spare, I'll also have a CPU spare, a motherboard spare, because I'll need to upgrade my motherboard to change to a 4930K. I didn't know if I mentioned, but that's the CPU I want when it comes out, if it comes out. There's been no words on it. So I'm going to try and get a 4930K if it ever comes out. If not, I'll settle for the 4770K or the 3930K. I've not looked at benchmarks. I don't know what one's better. Whatever one of the two is better for the price, obviously. Oh yeah, there's a cave up there. But yeah, by this point the only thing that won't have been upgraded will be the RAM and the power supply. I'll get a quieter power supply, or 2 quieter power supplies, because I won't be keeping the one I've got, because it's a really cheap power supply that I think is going to die. Not anytime soon, but it'll die. It'll die before it needs upgraded. That is 100% sure to happen, because it's a very cheap brand power supply. It's one of the things that everyone cheaps out on, but you shouldn't cheap out on. You should get a good quality power supply unit. I don't know what wattage is at. I know it was originally 750, but it's not one of the big brands, so the chances are it has fallen down to about 680. That's just a random number I'm pulling out my head, but it's probably somewhere around there. It really wouldn't surprise me. That's one of the reasons why I upgraded the 680, is it only uses ever so slightly more power. It uses less power than the 560 Ti at idle. 560 Ti was a power hungry speed demon. I say speed demon, it wasn't really that quick. It was a good card for the money, and I would happily, if someone offered me one, I would, well, to be honest, I'm going to be using it anyway. Someone offered me one and I didn't have another graphics card, I would take it. I'd pay quite a bit of money for one. I wouldn't pay over what you pay for it in real life. I'd pay most 100 quid for a new one, an old one, sorry. But it didn't be in very good condition. Oh, grass grew back already. Actually, I don't know how much a 560 Ti goes for these days. Last time I checked, it was 150 quid. Again, I'm speaking in British lands terms. I keep saying I really need to stop that. Oh yeah, by this point I completely forgot to say what I was saying. By this point I'll upgrade my RAM and power supply unit to, I'll get 2 power supply units and 1 stick of RAM, and some, not 1 stick of RAM, but 1 set of RAM. I'll move my current 16GB over to my other motherboard, which will be decommissioned at this point. And I'll probably put in 32 gigs, and people saying, oh, you don't need 32 gigs. I don't just game on this computer. I edit, I do quite a lot of things, and I'm going to have a second PC set up for recording, streaming and rendering. So yes, but this will be a long way down the road. This will be a couple of years before I get a streaming and recording PC, mainly due to the fact that my current room does not allow a 2 PC setup. My desk does. There's no way my desk wouldn't, but my current room doesn't. I just don't have enough power outlets in it, and I'm not getting electricians around to change the power in the house for a hobby. I mean, I would if, I'm just saying this, if this was my job, I would. Again, it's a hobby, and I do not ever intend to make this my job. Even if I get a million subscribers, I'd probably still go out and have a job. Well, then again, I say that, I don't really know. It really depends on if people were really wanting me to do this full time, and if I could see myself doing it full time. If the future of YouTube looked good. That example, a good example of this is what happened with Milby. One editing fuck up and his channel nearly got taken off the internet if it wasn't for him having such a loyal fan base that were going out and spamming YouTube's videos. People like Toll Biscuit wouldn't have known about it. Meaning that the networks would have kicked into gear a lot later, and by that point the channel might have been gone. So yes, I'm very unlikely to make this my full-time job ever. I would need a damn good reason to do it. As I said, I do want to become a doctor. I don't know if I said my full plan, but basically I want to become a doctor for a while. And then, once I've had a few years in a hospital, I want to branch out, leave hospital and move into a lab. But that also might change. I've been looking into careers in teaching. I would quite like to become a professor at a university for something like biology. Those towers will look a lot better, I promise. They look kind of poopy right now. They're going to have design in this bit here. It's going to be the entrance, and it's just going to be designs all the way up there. I'm also going to try and fix the glass tubing a little. Put it this way, I've got a lot of work ahead of me here. Those hoppers won't be there as well, I'll hide them a lot better. I completely forgot where I was going. Yes, I completely forgot. I was rambling, then nothing. Oh well, I just seen how long I've been recording for. It's been about 15 minutes, so I'll go on for a couple more minutes. I was in my cousin's live stream the other day. He was doing an art live stream. I'll link his channel in the description, just because, well, why not? He's got great talent, let's just say that, to say the least. He was just on an art live stream, and I turned up and was chatting, and the person that he was on Skype with, Crazy Comic Lady, I ended up saying that my videos are too long, and I ended up saying I agree entirely. I just record and don't realise how long it's been, which is entirely true, so I'm trying to be more conscious of the time. I don't want to be one of those people that set up a stopwatch next to them, because that seems like, right, I'm trying to get this out with ultimate efficiency. I'm not. It's a hobby. I'm not. It's... If I sit down and record for 6 hours, and all of it is what I deem as usable footage, you're getting a 6 hour long video. That is just an extreme example. I doubt I will ever put up a video 6 hours long. Actually not, I probably will at one point, just to prove that I can do it. But yes, you will very rarely see a 6 hour, do not ask for a 6 hour long video, please don't. You may get 6 hour long live streams, I could very easily do that, but editing, rendering and uploading a 6 hour long video, unlikely. Forgot where I was going. Right, I got rid of that sand block because I remember one morning I was lying in my bed, my first alarm had went off, and what I do is I have a bunch of alarms set up, so I can wake up, turn it off, turn it over and go back to sleep. And during that point, it was in between my first and second alarm, I had a plan to do with this bit. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. All I can remember is that the block underneath that tree had to be removed, so I've removed it. And it helped me in no way of remembering what I have to do. If anyone knows what I was thinking, can you please tell me? Because I don't know. I've not been... Actually, I was down here, like, a couple of minutes ago in the video. As I said, I've not been down here for a while. I've got plans for what I want to do. I'm going to set that up as an automatic brewing station. The reason why I was actually planning on doing this a few videos ago, the reason why I didn't is because literally the day I was thinking about doing it, I was just starting to work up on a design. I refreshed my YouTube page, and then it was video Etho's Lab. That was the name of his episode. Etho uploaded a video called episode whatever, Etho's Lab. He decided to, he had the exact same idea as me that day, and I ended up just thinking, you know what, no, if I do it right now, I will just copy his design and give him credit for it and take the easy way out. So I'm going to wait until he has finished it. I've been watching his videos and I know how he's done it. I followed the redstone, and I am purposefully going to do it a different way. Don't know how I'm going to do it. His way will be more efficient than mine's, probably. I say probably, definitely. He said that he doesn't want his running 24/7. I do. So mine has to be one of those minimalistic lag machines. So I've got a bit of a harder thing to make, because I'm not going to make it so it can brew every type of potion. I'm only going to make it so it can It's going to brew every potion I want. That's the name of this episode, Potion Brewing. Actually, no, that's the name of the episode where I make the potion place. It's going to automatically do it with minimal lag. How I'm going to get that to happen is unknown. Especially with the new redstone, I was pretty good with before they added hoppers and stuff, and I still am. I'm good whenever I'm not using a hopper. Oh yeah, that's what I got when digging at that. I'm pretty good whenever I'm not using hoppers and comparators, because I haven't spent the time to learn them. So yeah, I'm going to try and learn them pretty soon, because they are really interesting for me. Right, you know what? I do find them really interesting, and I do like the mechanics behind them. It is just the fact that I cannot be bothered learning new things. Well, I can. I do that every day at school. Oh, I've got a story I need to tell about school. Like we were making esters in chemistry. It's a very quick story. It's not even that good, but it's just something to tell. Making esters in chemistry, and it was for like a PPA. I don't know what it stands for. I wasn't listening when the teacher said what it stood for. But yeah, we were doing it for a PPA, and basically we had 6 groups making esters in our class. All of them smelt incredibly strong, and I have had a headache ever since. It's 10:30 right now. I don't know what time it was. It was like, I know it was 3rd or 4th period. It was the start of 4th period. Yeah, because the fire alarm went off 15 minutes into the period, and we'd just made the esters as the fire alarm started going off. So it was at that time. 4th period is about 12 o'clock. So yeah, we made the esters at about 12 o'clock. Oh, someone's behind me. I haven't used this bow yet. But yeah, it was about that time, and everyone made esters. And the class, the class just ended up stinking, but I really wasn't looking forward to this, because the day before we were like given a bunch of esters, and the chemistry teacher just told us, because we are now in 5th year, we're just considered to know all the procedures, which, to be honest with you, we just don't do them. I'll have an arrow on me. We know all the procedures. Example, you don't ever sniff a chemical directly. You hold it out about 30 centimetres from your face. Not 30 centimetres. I think it's some distance away. We're given the distance on papers to do. And you waft it towards your face. We don't. We just pick it up and sniff it, because we're Scottish. So we were sniffing esters yesterday, and a lot of them smelt really nice. But then the last one, me and John, we just finished writing down the stuff in the label for it, and all of a sudden, like, because we were saving up the smell, we were getting ready to smell it, expecting like this to be the best ester yet. It was the strongest, most evil thing I have ever smelled. I have taken a direct whiff of ammonia before. It made ammonia like sunshine and kittens. My god. Like, we were told to write down what we thought the smell of it was, and John wrote down wrong in his, and I just wrote evil because that is the gaseous embodiment of evil. This building, I really want to work on this. I quite like this entrance, I really do. It's very minimalistic, which is what I like. I don't like buildings that are incredible in detail. I might want to add a couple of bits. I want to add something like there. Actually, I know what I want to add there. Also add it here. Right, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to stop recording because I went on for an extra 10 minutes than what I was planning on. Yeah, I've started so many points this episode. I'm usually pretty good. I've usually try and like stay concentrated, but as I said, I've had a sore head since 12, so it's been 10 hours. No, 11 hours. 11 and a half hours. I watched a film just about 20 minutes ago. I can't remember what it was called. It was an Adam Sandler's film. I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler. No, I like a couple of his films like Little Nicky. But to be honest with you, he's one of the actors that I could really do without in my life. You know, I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like it. I can't actually remember the name, but it was a romantic film, romantic comedy, that's it. And not a lot of people know this, but I'm a bit sappy at heart. But that film, it was the cheesiest thing I think I have ever watched. And I will never watch another film like that again. Definitely one of the worst films I have watched in a long time. It was the one set in the 80s. I don't know if he's made many romantic comedies. I'm not, as I said, I'm not really a fan of Adam Sandler. This would be better if those stairs were inverted. Not a fan of Adam Sandler. As I said, I do like some of his films, as I said, like Little Nicky. That's just because I watched that at a really young age, and it was one of the most adult films I'd ever watched. I don't mean that as in pornographic. I mean as in adult aimed films. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, it was that film. It was the cheesiest thing ever. It ended up when they were on. He was trying to chase her to Vegas because she's going to get married. I keep slapping my pop filter this episode. Right, yeah. Actually, I'm going to stop recording now because I'm rambling. I want to try and keep my videos short. But yeah, that film, it sucked. I didn't catch the whole film. I only caught like The Wedding Singer. That's the name of the film. I only caught like the last 20 minutes of it, and to be honest, I kind of wish I didn't. But I'm going to watch Looper later on tonight. I've heard that that's one of the few films that does time travel really well, and I'm quite a big fan of time travel things. The only thing I don't like about Doctor Who is the old guy now, Matt Smith. Wasn't a fan of him. I really like Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant, and I stopped watching it when Matt Smith came out because I just didn't like him and he didn't suit the Doctor. I mean, he suited the randomness of him, but his real life personality just didn't suit him, and he wasn't that good at playing the Doctor, in my honest opinion. I can't remember the name of the new guy, but I remember when I seen some stuff about him. He would play quite a good Doctor, and he's quite foul-mouthed in real life, so let's hope this is the most foul-mouthed Doctor yet. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I keep saying that in a really funny way, and I want to change my outro now, because I don't like the way I go. Enjoyed. It sounds like An idiot. I keep doing this. I say I hope you guys enjoy this video. Then I go on a fucking tangent. Right, anyway. I'll try and quickly think something on the spot. Bye.